It's like, YSS he needed some of that change to happen, man. He was so dominant for so long.
Yes,
yeah, it was too much. But teams played it so much, and they're so used to that ability to go ahead and set things up and provide a lot of damage, and of course the vision that comes with it, that I think you do that. But then you support it with the lineup, and the Cho might help a little bit, but again, they could get caught in a position that they're just out durability. I don't know if that's an actual term, but especially if this Edith gets locked in, man, like they have so much. But they also have a Valentina. So that burst that comes with a Farsa just goes over to Team Spirit. So it's like this is a whole lot of front line to deal with, like a whole lot of meat to get through if you're RRQ Hoshi.
Edith gonna be the pick. I really expected the Moskov to be there. We already mentioned about it early stages. Harith is getting considered by RRQ Hoshi. A strong lane has been nerfed significantly, I would say. It's not as strong as before, but it still fits the bill when it comes to what kind of gold laners can fit well with the Yi Sun-Shin. Typically, Yi Sun-Shin is getting paired with heroes that are strong in lane. For example, Harith as well as the Granger when you're choosing traditional marksman or traditional gold laners, or sometimes you go for fighter gold laners like the Lapu-Lapu, the CC. But since the CC has been banned out and RRQ wants to put this Lapu-Lapu in the XP lane, they are now considering Harith despite the nerfs. When it comes to pure laning prowess, I believe that it's Harith. And then if you think about it, when you go to a point where it's like the second turtle or the third turtle of the game, the Harith can really help out when it comes to the team fight. So it also makes sense with this Cho. You don't need the Farsa alone for the combo. You can deliver heroes to the Harith so that you can take it out with the combo. So that is the ideology here for RRQ Hoshi. It's pretty standard draft. Well, for Team Spirit, you're right. They're going in for the tankiness.
And is able to go ahead and make that work. It's still a threat, right? So, I don't know. You guys can let us know in the chat what you guys think. Is it going to be Team Spirit or RRQ Hoshi in this first game? It's a best of 3 here for Group C. First match, round 1 for Group C. And let us know what you guys think. I think even, I echo your sentiments here, Wolf. I do think that Team Spirit, if they get to a point in the game where, that tankiness provides them that front line and even the peel that comes with it, they have enough burst damage between Sunset Lover taking the Feathered Airstrike majority of the times. Hell, he might even take a kick, right? He could take the Way of the Dragon if he wanted to from Edok, and make use of that too. And like you said, they just play into a scaling up Moskov. So I think for RRQ Hoshi, it's more so on getting this early game under control, mid game hopefully too, and they can play into their power spike with this lineup.
What RRQ Hoshi is banking on is their early game. That's why they have this Chove and the Farsa in the mid lane, which clears the wave so fast, as you've seen, that will result to them rotating faster as well, the other lanes. Lapu-Lapu versus Edith. I really don't know how good Edith is when it comes to laning stage, but I do know that Lapu-Lapu is very strong. There wasn't any nerf that's considerable for this Lapu-Lapu. And if there is an outside interference, though, that could be different, because now the Lapu-Lapu is getting harassed by one shot.
I was going to say, does the Lapu-Lapu need like a major nerf? I feel like he's just been so good lately, and to the point where, like, not only are you also pretty durable and you can tank up a lot of damage, but you can do a hell of a lot of damage as a Lapu-Lapu. I'm not sure of too many fighters. Oh, actually, Dyron, look at him go. This is exactly what I was talking about. He is going to die, though. First blood going over to the one shot. And I just think he was getting space for them to go ahead and secure this turtle. That seemed to be the call, but it's Team Spirit to push RQ off the turtle after the first blood kill. So one shot's going to be able to grab the turtle on top of it. Not sure what the play was there for RQ Hoshi, but not what they wanted.
That was a very bad engage for RQ Hoshi. I think they're planning to utilize the Lapu-Lapu ultimate with the Farsa. However, the Farsa ultimate wasn't on point. On point in a way that the members of Team Spirit were able to get away. And to be fair, I think they needed more damage in there, because we already know that is a backshot. That's an Edith and a Gatot-Kacha. 3 heroes that are very, very tanky. And on top of that, they're Survitalized. Team Spirit were able to top up themselves again And this time, Kid Bomba, he's still
Primal
alive.
Wrath already going to be used. Dyron taking a brunt of the damage. We'll see if he's able to. He can't survive because the AOG landing right on his head. Dyron now 0-2. Just when you thought you potentially had a kill, man, it's that Primal Wrath comes in clutch. But Hiko, he's actually going to be okay. He survives, but a whole lot of gold going over here to Toy, at least off that turret.
Oh, another bad engage for Dyron. I understand why they went for it. Well, you gotta remember that there's a lot of peel and sustain from Team Spirit. We just talked about that in the draft, where this Kacha, even after the nerfs, there's always a way for him to help his teammates. AOG, and the distance that you can cover with it is just so immense. And then if you factor in the help that you can give with the Revitalize, which they didn't even need during that moment, was great. Kid Bomba, what a guy though. Kept himself intact.
What a guy.
Actually went for the Black Ice Shield, which is great versus the physical damage of the Lapu-Lapu. Typically, you would want to rush the Thunderbolt, but I think he went for a different approach here so that he's going to be able to tank the initial burst from the Lapu-Lapu, which is, I think it's pretty neat for Kid Bomba to itemize this way.
Yeah, and he goes Dom Ice. He rushes that Dom Ice. Just a team player, basically. This Kid Bomba with this Edith, they're going to go ahead and blitz this turtle, quickly doing work with that Primal Wrath. And it's going to be up to RRQ Hoshi to kind of make a play somewhere. They don't want this to continue on at this pace because they will get to a point where, once again, this lineup of Team Spirit will just kind of survive through the burst damage that RRQ Hoshi does have right now until later on they can transition into hoping that, Toy gets the items that he needs and the Harith is able to make something work. There's the kick, though. Feathered airstrike on both sides happening here. Sawa won't be able to survive that burst, even with the Revitalize, so a good play from RRQ Hoshi to make something happen in the mid lane.
Yeah. Throwing everything, but the kitchen sink, they might not have enough for... Okay, Edok.
Edok was so... Edok goes for it. I guess he wanted to at least take out Hiko. That was a flicker burn, though, too, from Rins. Was that worth it, Wolf?
I think a kill on the Moskov will always be worth it for a life and maybe a flicker. Especially because the turtle will spawn in 60 seconds anyway, so you can have plenty of time to recover. So finally, RRQ Hoshi are able to find good exchanges. Although they have utilized so many ultimates just to take out Sawa in the mid lane, it's worth it in a way that you give a kill or assist to Toy. A kill would have been very good for the Harith, but the reason why RRQ Hoshi had a little bit of a W in the past few minutes was because of that kill. Sawa that was followed up by a kill to Hiko.
There's a kick again. Wave the Dragon right on the mark. Sunset Lover! Burning the flicker. Will be able to survive with the dashes too. There's the Unbreakable Taunt on Sawa, but Edok should be able to get away. But Hiko joins with SOD. Can pick up the kill as he's forced off with Sutsujin joining the fight. Great response from RRQ Hoshi, though, on the defense there.
Yeah, great response indeed. They're able to get out. They're also burning some of the important flickers out there. I think that was unnecessary for Hiko, but the fact that he avoided the hand for a little bit maybe could be the saving grace for that. Kashi was able to get some minions as well. However, he's lost one cart up top, which we know is very important nowadays because of the gold cart being increased when it comes to its value.
Okay, fight for the turtle. Breaking out here. Feathered airstrike drop down on Sawa. Sawa popping the Revitalize. They'll toss in the air Dyron as he falls again. They're going to trade it right now for Sawa to fall down. Now one shot, under half health. He's riding around. Kid Bomba able to find a 2 on the knockup. Throwing rings into the air as a kill is picked up. 2 down for RRQ Hoshi. The 1-for-2 trade with the turtle is going to go in the hands of Team Spirit. A hard-fought battle for that last turtle.
Kid Bomba making the waves again. Explosive plays coming up Kid Bomba, but there is another play. Hiko does not have the flicker this time and will go down. You gotta have to look at this Moskov now and think like should be a little bit careful now.
Big play once again. Toy going under the Zaman Force, trying to get Sunset Lever. Won't happen. Feathered Airstrike going to be dropped down, and it's Sawa that falls. Once again, RRQ Hoshi fighting for what they can. They'll get a couple kills in the last couple minutes. And they're going to put themselves in a pretty decent position. Again, even if they lose some of those objectives, this next lore, the first lore that does come up, it's almost, it's going to come down to the execution on both sides because gold-wise and economy-wise, they're pretty much even. And it's been a good job from RRQ Hoshi kind of scrapping up what they could off of a little bit of a rough early game.
In terms of execution, Team Spirit has to kind of correct something here. Because I feel like everybody's looking really good. Sunset Lover, Sawo, One Shot, and Kid Bomba, they're looking great. Kid Bomba was phenomenal. But Hiko, the amount of space that he's given, you would assume that he has a lot of gold already, but he's died twice already in this game. And is actually trailing behind just a little bit against this Harith. So I think that is something that they have to really fix right now, the way that Hiko plays, because Team Spirit, eventually, they will run out of steam when it comes to their core lineup. This Moskov needs to be doing the heavy lifting later on, and if he cannot farm fast enough, he can be run over by this. Hisochino picks up the Sky Piercer. A Sky Piercer for Yisun Shin.
They're confident, man. I would say that's confident on how the team fights have been going. They want to build the snacks up here. Little snack stacks. Now Edok in trouble. Goes down to one shot. We're going to force the fight anyways. I'm going to force drop down two. They have the space, but Hiko firing off. Double kill for one shot. What was that fight? RRQ Hoshi just losing two.
I don't know if it was by design, if Team Spirit actually went for that play, but that was beautiful. They utilized their tanky heroes, One Shot as well as Kid Bomba, as a bait. And there was a hero for Team Spirit that almost died. Even Hiko was looking like he was under duress, but then the AOG comes in at the perfect timing with Revitalize on top. RRQ Hoshi have Edok and Darren already very well committed to the team fight. They got baited. And because of that, two of their members were taken out. Sutsujin, you gotta make this Sky Piercer work, because I think they were not in a position at all to pick up that Sky Piercer.
Yeah, very interesting. Oh, SOD dropped out. TS just wants to hold down the mid lane. They're going to force the fight anyway. And AOG won't be able to catch anyone from Sawo. RRQ Hoshi had enough space, so looked like a potential fight. Doesn't break out. Team Spirit, though, they'll go ahead and just recalibrate with the kick again. Coming through, and it's right on target as Hiko falls down. You were just mentioning this. One of the things that TS might have to fix is Hiko's positioning. Now Sawo once again in the mid lane. They're going to go ahead and force the fight again. Revitalize is going to be dropped down. Sunset Lover holding on to his own way. The Dragon, but he has no space to work with to get a kick off himself. A Feathered Airstrike dropped down to Sawo. A little bit of health. He'll get out. The Lord, though, is still working its way up to that tier 2 turret. I'm not sure if TS is going to be able to get much off of this. They do want to join this side of the map, though, to at least get that charge in, potentially get the tier 2, but this is a flying cloud map, so the reinforcements come quick, but the turret will go down.
I see the difference for Team Spirit when they don't have Hiko. There's no one to kind of finish off the kills.
Yeah.
But my oh my, the four members of Team Spirit are looking good. Oh no!
Mention Hiko, man, and he dies again.
God.
Double kill for Sutsujin. He's making the Sky Piercer work now. 2 stacks there for him. Sawo and Hiko, man. It's gotta give it up to Edok. His target acquisition on these kicks have been phenomenal.
Yeah. On the one hand, it's Hiko just playing, positioning himself badly, and on the other, Edok just finding the openings. So far, the deaths that Hiko have accumulated were all done in the river area around the mid lane. So he has to really get out of that zone. And you would think, like, if you're playing the Moskov now, you should be hitting minions. You should not be in the middle. You should be waiting for your ultimate. There were so many stuns and control from the other members of Team Spirit, so you can guarantee your SOD to land. This is not how you should be playing the Moskov. And right now, he's what, 1 and 4. Has a Trinity. So he can actually hit hard, but has it tips.
What's that stand for again?
For anyone wondering, that's a 3-item power spike, TIPS.
Power spike. He's got the tips. But now, you know, Hiko's got to use... he's got to use his positioning in his favor, though, Wolf. I mean, for the most part, like, I get it. You know, you're on this Moskov. If you have the flicker, that's one thing. But if it's down, there's a lot of kind of awareness that he needs dealing with Edok's Cho. And like I said, that's been a big part where his positioning needs to be what they have to kind of fix here. This Lord is up. Team Spirit looks like they're just going to go ahead and blitz it, though. They see the positioning from RRQ, so this might be an opening for TS to go ahead and take another Lord, but they might break out into a fight. RRQ's way too late for the fight, but they might jump in anyway. Sawo taking the brunt of the damage. He'll AOG out. Team Spirit gives the call to just disengage and get ready to reset with this Lord. They got a flicker from Hiko. That's how shaken Hiko is, man. He used the flicker there.
That's how you know that Ford that's got into his head right now. Unfortunately, he gets out to safety. Team Spirit wants to fight this once again. Well, they do have the Lord advantage, so it's going to be recommended for them to team fight. It's going to be tricky, though, because they don't have the flicker on Hiko now. But all other battle spells are ready for them.
Yeah, this is the problem, though, man. Without the flicker, like I was saying, and obviously he's still working on, I believe, his 4th item. I'm not sure if he's going to go get the Wind of Nature next, but the fact that Edok has his, he can choose to be aggressive in this. And, they have the information that Hiko is a target to go for. So they're going to clear out this Lord once again. That tier 1 in the mid does fall down, though. So TS making slow work on this map. One shot, driving on forward. He's going to go for Toy. Oh, Sunset Lover. I'm not sure if that's where he wanted to put the Feathered Airstrike. Finding one. There's the return from Rins. They'll go ahead and clear out the Lord, but that looks like that might be it. Once again, Team Spirit with 2 Lords. Not too much on the map that they get here.
Some mistakes from Team Spirit, but it's not that costly. They should be pushing this mid lane, though, but the defense from RRQ Hoshi is just way too good. Farsa, Lapu-Lapu in there, Sutsujin as well. Gonna be fending off the mid lane push. To be fair, even when Team Spirit is leading by a lot in the first 12 minutes of the game, RRQ Hoshi have found their way to get back into this game. In fact, they are leading by 300 gold, which, given their situation from before, this is very much workable. Sutsujin is 4-0-3. This is a player that picked up the Sky Piercer for this season chill. Let's see if this works.
I'm going to go ahead and take the purple buff here, or try to anyway, and it looks like they did. Sutsujin doesn't have that, an SOD thrown out just to keep him in check. But I'm wondering, with this, RRQ Hoshi, like losing a buff or anything like that, it's not too big of a deal. They can go ahead and fight face-to-face against Team Spirit here. I think one of the main points is Hiko just getting to that, defensive item that he needs. He's got the flicker back up. I think the last item he picked up was actually the Malefic Gun for that little bit of extra range to work with here. So more than ever, Hiko's positioning important and crucial in this part of the game as they continue to put pressure where they can too, but we're 15 seconds away from that Lord coming up.
Yeah. Obviously get to see the items, because I wonder what the Edith went for. Because at this moment, like 15 minutes, you should have the stadium side.
Oh, conceal used up. Edok not holding on to that kick for now. They're going to force it a little bit further, though, under this all. There's the jump, the AOG. Kid Bomba's going to be gone. Hiko's still firing off, but he's closed in on by Dyron as they fall. 2 down for Team Spirit. Make it a 3rd. RRQ Hoshi with a huge team fight up top, and they'll swing for the Lord after that.
Oh my goodness, RRQ Hoshi, what a good punish. And again, Team Spirit went in for the heads-up play, which looked really good. But for the last few moments that they have won the team fights, it's always when they are on the defensive, when Sawa goes for the peel. Hiko finding the opening onto one of the squisher members of RRQ Hoshi, but Edok was there with the flicker play. Actually finds Hiko another kick, this time for 1 shot. They want to finish this game now.
They're going to go for the end here, 1 shot. Taking a brunt of the damage, but with the wave still pushing in, they'll clear it out. Kin Bulma, top of the Primal Wrath, so off of all that, they thought they could end it. There's the SOD, he's going to be focusing on Toy. Hiko going against Toy, he's forced off with the threat of Rins and Edok. A jump from Sawo, just trying to catch him, but hey, RRQ Hoshi, after all, when they thought they could end it, they get the base turret up top, and now they have an opening to get the Lord if they can. Go ahead and start it up, but 1 shot will be up in 15.
Clock of Destiny. Wow. Clock of Destiny for Kid Bomba. Usually the Starlium site is the priority, but we'll see.
There's the kick. Sawo pops the Revitalize. They're just trying to stall out this Lord take from RRQ. I'm not sure if 1 shot's going to be able to get here in time. It does go for a little bit of a reset. Under half health on the Lord, and RRQ has to back off. 1 shot will join this fight quickly with the Flying Cloud, plus being on this Baksha here. So back to the Lord. It's reset Some ultimates down here for RRQ Hoshi. Some key ones, the feathered airstrike and the kick for Edok. That way the dragon. So they're just going to go ahead and face off here for this one.
Hiko, the lack of Purify, going in for the flicker, you would understand why it was the case up against the members of RRQ Hoshi. Some people even argue that it's good versus the Cho, but Hiko with his positioning really would have that Purify. Right now, the real king for RRQ Hoshi is Sutsujin, 6-0 and 5, controlling the Lord as well.
Half health here on the Lord here. They wanted to try to make a play on Hiko, but it was spotted out with the sentry. Now, once again, it'll be Sutsujin that starts up this Lord, but now that all the ultimates are available, plus those battle spells, RRQ Hoshi might just potentially go for a pick if they can find it, if they find an actual opportunity just to get that numbers advantage. Because they don't want to just full force themselves into a fight around this Lord, especially now that it's evolved. Again, with the lineup being this, tankier lineup that Team Spirit has. Once again, their own version of this rumble, this dance will break through. Hiko's want to be careful with here. That conceals was used. Sao now. See that half health again for the reset. Just facing off in a stalemate around this Lord. One shot trying to help Sao out. He pops the Revitalize, so a battle spell going to be down as they'll clear out that wave, but still, it's a standstill, Wolf.
Long Lord dance here for RRQ Hoshi and Team Spirit. Team Spirit have found their opening to put this Lord into half.
Oh, I think they're going to go for it. Dyron jumps in. He's going to get the stun out, too. This is going to break out for the Lord. Who's it going to go to? It goes over to Rins. RRQ Hoshi securing the Lord. 3 down, double kill. Sutsujin already 8-0 and 5. Swaps into an immortality, and they know Hiko and Sunset Lover left alone with an evolved Lord marching up that top side with the full force of RRQ Hoshi. They see this win in sight. Sunset Lover trying to delay that wave as Almond Force dropped down. He flickers defensively. Hiko trying to clear the wave desperately here, but he's forced off with the feathered airstrike. And RRQ Hoshi, that's going to be it. They see a game one, and they'll take it in 20 minutes.
Unfortunately for Team Spirit, they have blown off the lead that they've had. A commanding lead.